All right, welcome back to the Every Waking Moment podcast. I tried to make it so it's every waking Wednesday, but we're so sporadic we can never really guarantee to have it come out on a Wednesday. We're working on it. Working on it. So thanks for sticking with us. We must have caught an algorithm or something because we have over 2,500 views now. What do you think of that, there, champ?
I think my wrist is swollen.
Oh, how'd you do that?
I was cleaning Dad's house, and I might have overdone the upstairs bathroom.
Hmm. So you
Like a
some sort of
scrubbing a tub, you can
carpal tunnel you got there?
drink your.
Little
Oh, that
carpal
could be
tunnel?
what that is, but that
Maybe a
goes
little
up
carpal
here.
tunnel. Some sort of tunnel. Some sort of carpal.
No,
Maybe
that's
you
like
can get
bleach and pumice stone tunnel. Hurts right there.
disability for that.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think?
I won't have to scrub anyone's tub for a
If I
while.
knew I could get disability, I'd fling myself down the stairs.
I wish my house was as clean as my dad's house right now.
Well, you did a great job. I'm sure. I wasn't even
I'm
there,
almost done every room. I still have
and
the
I know that
kitchen.
you did a good job. So, yeah. So 2,500 views total. So thanks. Still stuck at 32 subscribers. So if you're listening and you like what you hear, please subscribe. Please share.
Is that free?
Comment. It's all free. It doesn't
I should
cost a dime.
subscribe to it myself.
See what I'm talking about? Not the people.
Lily will subscribe. We'll
Yeah,
get each
she
pet
doesn't
to
have her own.
subscribe.
She doesn't have her own page. Subscribe. We don't have a lot of comments. I'm sure people have comments, especially with me going off on shit. You know, the e-bikes and the men wearing moisturizer and the rant I'm about to go on Medicaid. You know, I'm sure people have comments or things to say. Our notes. Our
These
notes.
are your
Yeah.
notes.
So
I'm
yeah,
always invited
once
to look
again,
at.
thanks again. We got a couple family updates since the last we spoke. It appears we are going to be empty nesters again for realsies this time. I think. What do you think?
I don't know how soon though,
Yeah.
because there's no apartment or job. So
That's-
it's a dream and a
Uh-huh.
goal.
Daughter number 1 graduated from college last year. Wants to move to the Big Apple, New York City. So she's in the process of trying to find roommates and a place to live. And
She found the roommates.
now they got to find a place.
Yes.
So, not happy. Of course, we want her to spread her wings, as you said, experience things. I don't want my kids ever to leave, but she wants to go to Big Apple, live the life.
Well, it's where all the artists, the culture is.
Yeah, cultural, mecca of the world, I would think, unless that's Paris, but I would think New York City, New York, big city of dreams. Everything in New York, is what it seems. Huh?
Right.
You might get fooled if you come from out of town, but I'm down
I'm
by
not
law, no
worried
more
if
way
she's going to
around.
do great. It's
Yeah.
the the $100,000 rent a month,
Yeah, the rent was is scary, and
and she's taking one of the cats.
she's taking our grand cat
One
with
of
us.
the house cats, our grand cat.
Yeah, it's gonna be sad. Not happy about that. So that's an update on what's going on there. Daughter number 2 is going to be going back to her sophomore year at college soon.
She has
And
9 classes coming up.
yeah, a lot of extra stuff. She's doing some cool stuff. And then you are going back soon, unfortunately. That anxiety kick in yet there, champ?
It's there, but we don't have to talk about that. I'm picking up a cute decoration
There you go.
for it.
You're going to your classroom tomorrow to put the
Day one, before this podcast, I was saying we won't say what I do for a job,
know,
and
now
you
we're all
have
about it.
yes.
Well, we're also going to eventually be video because that's how people want to see us.
I don't need
The
to
one
be
comment
video.
we got said, "Show yourselves." So we'll do that eventually. You can wear a hat.
Why?
You can wear one of my many hats.
I have many costumes and wigs, so
You could do
maybe
that,
that's
too.
how they'll see.
So you go into your classroom tomorrow. Is tomorrow the day you put the tennis balls on all the chair legs? Is that how that
No,
works?
they have. Our school district has I don't know what you'd call them. They're already on the chairs. The custodians did it like
Yeah,
they do everything else, and they
they're
did an
not tennis
amazing
balls.
job again this summer. Nope, tennis balls were years ago.
That's a shame.
We used to have to cut them and put them on ourselves.
Yeah, and we wouldn't touch
A few
them.
of us stabbed
I think we
ourselves.
might have had a couple of those when I was a kid,
That's all to
but we
not make
wouldn't
noise.
dare touch them. I can imagine these days these kids probably just pull them off and throw them at each other.
No, they're pretty
Bunch of
good.
heathens. Bunch of heathens. So, so what's else going on? We have. I am currently in the throes of Medicaid hell.
Well, there was an incident.
Well, you want to go with the incident first?
That's funnier.
Well, yeah, the incident.
Medicaid, you're gonna
I got a
have
phone
a few
call
more F
from
words,
the
but the
nursing
incident
home,
was
and you
good.
were well aware of my mom. It's stage 6, 7-ish, 6, 7.
Who on
Of
her new meds is very affectionate,
yes,
and she is very much into hugging and squeezing and kissing
and singing. I heard.
and singing.
Yeah. So she is has Alzheimer's, stage 6-ish, 7-ish, which is the last stage. But she has hit a plateau where her health is leveled off. So she's healthy otherwise, except for the crippling Alzheimer's. But so I got a phone call last night, and of course I hold my breath because I'm like, oh, is this it? Every time I get a phone call from the nursing home after hours, I'm assuming the worst. So I answer the phone, and they're like, hi, this is so and so in the nursing home. I just wanted to go over one med with you and talk to you about an incident that occurred. So after talking to me about the med and whatever, some med they wanted to take her off, fine. You're the expert. So apparently, Mom, they sat her in the hallway where she usually sits, right across from the nursing station, so they can keep an eye on her because she's a little wiggly.
That's the social wing, yes.
She's a little wiggly. She likes to try to get out of the seat sometimes.
There's a strap around her waist,
No.
which she fidgets with.
Yeah, there is
It's a fidget strap, but it's not supposed to be.
What it is, it's the saddle for the hoist that hoists her in and out of bed, because you're not allowed to strap them in anymore. What do they call them? Restraints. You're not allowed to restrain the nursing home
She did
patrons
break her
anymore.
hip not being restrained, so.
Right. So when I worked at that nursing home with my mom back in the 80s, the restraints were everywhere. As a matter of fact, they'd come down a box of restraints and you have to wash them, send them back upstairs. They'd usually get food on them because they'd go around the belly, but you could restrain them. And obviously somebody is along the way, somebody went overboard and restrained somebody for too long a period of time, or tied them up like a freaking rodeo cow. So no more restraints. So she sits across from the nursing station, and she apparently was sitting next to some nice lady who does not have Alzheimer's, who is old but has all her wits, and she just grabbed her by both arms. And from what I heard, it wasn't very malicious. It was just a grabbing.
But
She wasn't saying anything.
She, like we said, she's like an army ant.
Yeah, she's in
what she used to
strength
pick
of
up
10
and
men.
do in her yard. Yeah.
Yeah. So and if you ask her why she's strong, why would she say?
I don't remember.
I'm Portuguese.
Portuguese.
That's why she would. That's why
Yes.
she would say that.
She always
So
says
apparently she grabbed onto this woman and wouldn't let go, and then finally let go. So they had to separate them. And my mom said that. The nurse said that my mom was singing and giving kisses the rest of the day. So
it's
that
come
was
full circle, because when the girls were little, you might get a call. They had
right.
to separate so and so, that kind of thing. But now it's with your mom.
Yeah. Now it's with mom. So not fun. So I'm in the throes of Medicaid hell. And Medicaid is hard to get. You hear politicians, is what I'm trying to say, try to tell you that all of these people are cheating Medicaid and they're on Medicaid. And gee, I'll hire them to help me get on Medicaid, because you cannot get on this goddamn thing. It is so hard. It's a full-time job. I mean, the list of things I need to come up with. I mean, we never thought my mom would need Medicaid. We never thought my mom would be in a position where she needed to be in a nursing home. So we didn't prepare for this. Like, I had to find her birth certificate. I had to find her divorce decree. Why you need that, God only knows. So many things that they need.
Maybe they
documents.
think they have, like, husbands stashed away.
They need so many documents, and I just don't think I'm going to find them all. So I've already got denied once. So I'm in the midst of trying to appeal. I hired a company to help me, and they are helping me, but they're very annoying with the demands. Um, so I don't know if I'm ever going to be able to find all this documentation, and I'll probably get denied again for lack of documentation, which I don't have.
Well, let's just say too, when your mom was well,
Yeah, I was going to
even when
get to
she
that.
was well, do you?
I was about
I
to
know
get
it's
to
not
how
in your
she's
notes.
giving the.
No, she would lose things or hide
Oh yeah, she
them. She
definitely threw
lost.
away her driver's
She
license.
definitely, yes,
Yep.
and sometimes it would be her teeth.
Yes, she lost her
And
teeth.
it's house keys because she wouldn't use a lanyard or a purse.
No.
And we think the new owners in that yard could dig up and find some treasures of
Well,
your mom's
they'll
because
find
we
a
used
couple of
to look
cats.
everywhere
They'll
for
find a
her
couple of
stuff.
cats,
So I
that's for
think
sure.
some of this,
You know what? I think they have
some of
been
these
digging around.
things might be in that house.
I've driven by that house. I think there has been digging,
No,
and
what's this
I wonder how
divorce
many cats
decree
they
doing
found.
under the old pool?
Yeah. So, um, it doesn't make sense. You work your whole life. She worked. She worked since she was like maybe 16 years old. Back then, she worked in the mills and the sweatshops in Fall River, Massachusetts, as a seamstress sewing together garments. It's a big garment town back in the early 50s and 60s, and she's worked her whole life, and she's contributed to Social Security and it's contributed taxes. And in her older years, she didn't. She was very generous with giving money away. Help this, help that. So that's all. Those things they ping. You can't give any money away. It's considered a gift if it's over like $100, and you got to justify what it's for, and you got this and that, and it's just literally, literally, you could be someone who has never worked in your life, um, just dependent on everybody. Like say, and then like for example, I'm not going to make an example, but we know. I mean, you could live. Say you live in somehow you're a little bit of a Social Security you get, and you're able to live in like an in-law apartment, and you haven't worked in years. All you've ever done is go from husband to husband to husband, or from wife to wife to wife, and all you do is, you're living off your Social Security now, and then you apply for Medicaid, and since you have no money, you're going to get it, and you have no money to give away, you're going to get it,
You're
and it's
better
going.
off not
You're
working
better off not
and
working.
living in with
You're
relatives.
better off, like you think you're doing the right thing your whole life by paying your bills. You have a job, more than one. My mom worked 80 hours a week before she got in a
She
car
had 2
accident.
jobs for a long
She worked
time.
80 hours a week, every day. She worked all weekend. She worked all week.
Yep,
80
paid her
hours.
taxes on time.
Never had a day
There
off
was
in
no
like
bill
12
ever
years.
late.
Paid everything on time, taxes, property taxes. And then when she is in her most vulnerable and her most need, the state just turns their back on you. And in this state, New Hampshire, it's a 5-year look back. So that's a
There's
stupid
that
thing.
device again.
I'm gonna have to go. I'm gonna have to go throw it outside my car or something.
Yeah, we have this monoxide detector
Carbon monoxide detector.
that we have nothing on
There's
in the
nothing
house
on,
right
so
now. There's a few lights
yeah. So
and it's beeping.
yeah, the battery was dead, so I'm thinking that's why.
I think that should go off whenever you say the F-bomb.
Maybe.
Yeah, maybe that's what I did and you just don't know.
Yeah, could be.
Yeah.
So I'm in the middle of hell. So it looks like that this appeal is not going to go through, and I'm not going to get Medicaid for mom, and she's out of money.
And she's healthy.
I'm about to give them
Maybe
their
not
last
thriving, but
25,
she's pretty
15,000, and that's it. That's
She
all
needs
it.
care.
Yeah, she needs. So I don't know if they're gonna dump her on the side of the road, or they're gonna throw her in a dumpster, or try to make me take her. We can't. She obviously can't live with us. We tried that before. So this is hell, and I'm not looking forward to it. I don't know how it's gonna go. I'm just hoping that it kind of takes care of itself. That's always a good. That's how I deal with my health too. Chest pains. Ignore it. It'll take care of itself.
Yes.
That's kind of pretty much how I deal with anything. So that is going on right now, and I'm really pissed that the system is so against you. It's so against people who do the right thing.
We should quit our jobs now.
I'm still trying
I
to
can
figure out
give the
if
cute lamp away
flinging myself down the
and
stairs at
just
work.
be a mom. Oh, but I won't be a stay-at-home mom. I will be a SAHPM, pet mom,
Stay-at-home
that
pet mom.
stays home and takes care of the 8 pets.
Sop 'em over the with a
Sopum.
yeah, a sop 'em
Yeah, will you support me in that?
with a silent M,
Yes,
with a
I've
silent
given
H.
28 years
Well, I mean,
in one place and a couple in another, so we're looking at 30 years.
I was destined to be a trophy husband to begin with. So this whole thing is, I'm at wit's end with this. When am I going to get to be the trophy husband? That's what's supposed to happen. You're supposed to make the money there, baby. You're supposed to
Oh.
make the cake, baby, and I'm supposed to make the dough. I don't know what that means. So that's my Medicaid rant. Basically, if you have to get Medicaid for someone, a loved one, and you live in New Hampshire or another state that does a 5-year look back, good luck. Good effing
Save
luck.
everything they have. They're even asking for a supplemental health or
They're
insurance
looking for
card
her
that she
supplemental
probably
health
threw
card.
away.
No, I have it. I found that.
Oh, okay.
But it's like, why do you need to see the card? They have her bank account statement going back 5 years.
Or
They
digital.
can see that it comes out of her frickin' account every month, the same amount of money, and it says United Healthcare. Okay, so there's no mystery of what's coming out of her account for the secondary insurance. It's right there.
I don't have a life insurance card. There's no card. Do you have a card?
I don't have. Well,
There's no card
no, I
for
don't
me.
have a life insurance card. I just pay it online. So I have a policy online somewhere. Yeah, I don't even know about yours. We have to make sure you even have one. I know you do, but we've never seen it.
But there's no card.
Yeah, she is a educator, a gifted educator, and a gifted teacher. But if you ask her about her 403b or her life insurance, there's it's like
it's a thing
deer
you
in the
put
headlights.
money in.
Right, not her wheelhouse. She's worried about educating children and nourishing young minds, not what's my deductible for my insurance. So that's my Medicaid rant. If you have to do that for somebody, may God have mercy on your soul. It frickin' sucks. Frickin' sucks. Frickin' sucks. So now to get even more, a bit, not sad, but a little.
I'm sad because tonight we were supposed to be at the beach.
Yeah, just wasn't in a good headspace.
And you're very excited about doing this podcast, but we were supposed to be listening to waves.
Well, we could. There's no way we could have gone with what you had to do today. Yeah, there's no way.
I could have fit that in.
Yeah.
Yes.
How? No, you wouldn't have.
I fit all things in.
I bet you do, Panama Red.
Okay, yeah.
See what you do there? See how you do that? You set me up.
I know.
You set me up, baby. Set me up like a volleyball setter-upper person.
Okay, so my dad was in the hospital for a couple days.
Yes, he was.
And he had some chest pain. So of course everyone's thinking cardiac, but turns out he had broken a few ribs. So it was an overwhelming emotional couple days, but he is well. And by the way, his roommate today had Alzheimer's. And I don't think Medicaid, because he had a paid assistant with him. She had a badge on. She called him John.
Well,
that
somebody's
was not
paying
dad
her.
Or an uncle.
I bet he did have Medicaid.
There was a veteran? An aide sitting there.
He was a veteran.
He sounded like a veteran, but my dad said no. He was an electrical engineer for the government, and they used to send him to Europe.
Well, so he's got the government. Yeah, he's got the government pension.
Or invite companies overseas to invest in America.
Right.
Companies.
Yeah,
and
so he was
he did not stop talking.
Yeah.
And they had to keep reminding John that he didn't have pants on.
Right.
And he kept trying to leave without his pants.
But
he had a brilliant
I feel
mind,
you, John. I don't like pants.
Hear his brilliant mind.
Yeah. I feel you, John. I don't like pants either. So he was an engineer, so he's definitely a smart guy.
So brilliant. But wow, was that funny. And he never got angry about being there. He just wanted to leave.
Just wanted to show off the goods.
But he wanted to leave without his pants.
Yeah.
And his aide and nurses had to keep coming to the rescue so he wouldn't walk down the hall.
Yeah, that's going to be me. It's going to be. I'm going to be
conspiracy theories.
I'm going to spend the last 10 years of my life pantsless, whether you know it or not.
Yeah.
I'm probably going to happen.
He talked a lot about burial. and body parts and how to
Mm.
bury bodies. But he was an
Oh.
electrical
Did you take
engineer.
notes?
So I think he knows things.
Yeah.
I stayed a little longer just to hear if John might reveal.
Yeah.
I liked the true crime. So my dad and I stopped our conversation just to listen through the curtain.
Mm.
But then I did clear when John had a bowel movement. And
There you go.
my dad
There you go.
laughed and told me to leave. So
Nice.
I dismissed myself.
John's dropping bombs behind the curtain. Pay no
Electrical engineers
attention.
have to go too.
Pay no attention to the bomb
So,
dropper
but it would
behind
have
the
been
curtain.
nice to go to the beach after that.
Yeah, well, it just wasn't happening. What time did you come? What time did you get home?
Yeah,
We're
I
gonna
didn't
go
get
to the
home.
beach at 6 o'clock.
I did clean
Yeah.
his house a little bit
So,
after, so maybe I
not
didn't get home
happening.
till 6.
So shifting gears to something serious in the news. If you live in New England area, or if somehow you're paying attention to this disgusting trial that's going on, there's no good way. I don't even know why who they're trying to find justice for. But there's a woman. I'm not even going to get too much into it, but there was a woman a couple of years ago had severe postpartum depression and ended up um, unaliving her kids. Because I think you have to say that now because of the algorithms. Can't say kill or murder,
Mm.
because I just did.
You just
But
did
you have
it.
to say like unaliving, I think,
Oh, it's
which
like a
is
zombie thing.
that's
Yeah.
stupid. She unalived her children, jumped out of the window, and she survived, and she is uh, paraplegic. Well, she's paralyzed from the waist down. So now they're having the trial. I don't know who the. I mean, her life is over. She's in jail for the rest of her life. She has to live with the fact that she killed her kids. Her husband has lost his wife and his children. I don't know who they're trying to get justice for. So I just wanted to bring that up because that's in the news. And I thought in my head while I was at work, because we're just, you know, I work in TV news and we're just all about this trial every day. So I was thinking, when you had the babies, 2003, 2004, I don't think postpartum was, I mean, it was, people knew about it. People talked about it a little bit. And
Oh, they talk all about it at the hospital.
back in
Even
2003.
before you birth the baby. Yep.
So I just wanted to know, I don't recall you, I recall you being very frustrated at times, but I don't recall you having a lot of postpartum.
Oh, I
Like,
did. You feel empty. It's like you're out of gas.
yeah,
You had a full tank and you gave all to the baby. And then when you give birth to the baby, especially if you're nursing, you don't have much, you feel empty. Like you have no energy, but you want to give your all.
yeah.
Yeah. So that's where my sadness came in.
So after,
And you don't
so,
sleep well because you're up
well, of
a
course.
lot at night.
Yeah.
So I think the no sleep thing doesn't help, and the change in hormones. Yeah.
So after, and if somebody would say, a devil's advocate would say to you, well, you had so much, it took you a while to have Miranda. We had a little bit of
6 years. We talked
fertility.
about that.
Yeah, we had a little bit of fertility issues. It wasn't so bad, but it just took a long time. So you took so long to have Miranda. Why would you possibly have depression after you have her?
Yeah, it is. It's your hormone. That's why they offer like hormone replacement and medications. But I didn't want to take a thing. I said I would deal with it naturally because I didn't want with nursing to pass on anything. So I did things like go
Right.
walking every day and get out in the sun and eat the right things, but you can never fill the tank.
Right.
I don't know if the tank is full yet.
I think the tank's over. Tank is
The
done.
tank is rusted.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you have Miranda, and
It's
you're
the real thing, but I think I maybe had a mild case of it because I there was never a part that wanted to
you
harm
you never sought
myself or others.
you
No.
never sought therapy for that particular.
No, there
You
would have
didn't.
been no time for therapy anyway because I had to go back to work.
So what would you say if one of the young teachers just had a kid and came to you and said, "I'm having
Oh,
thoughts"? Would you tell her to get
I
therapy?
already advised them.
Would you tell
I
them to get therapy?
I don't like to throw advice on them, but when I do things like make sure you take care of you, because I didn't. Make sure you get enough sleep and
Yeah.
you make time in the day for yourself, even if it's just a walk or a workout.
So 20 months goes by. You have Miranda. We have her for 20 months all to ourselves. Obviously, you're pregnant with Avery. Then Avery comes. Now, talk about the postpartum, there or not there, with two in
I
diapers.
was a pro by then. I think my postpartum was after the first baby, but by the second one, I didn't feel as empty. I was like, okay, let's go. And I wanted to get out of the hospital a day early. I wanted to
Mhm.
get home to the first baby, who was 2, right?
Almost, yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
and
just
I
about.
I knew I could handle it. There was no fear bringing the baby home. I
No.
just wanted to get both babies together.
Yeah, I remember
Let's do this.
when
Yeah.
Miranda was born, the first night, maybe even 2 nights, they took her in the nursery and they took care of her, let you sleep. They fed her.
Yeah, I learned how to nap with the baby
Mhm.
and take care of myself.
So with
And
the second baby, when Avery was born, they're like, "Do you want us to take her to the?" And you're like, "Nope, she stays right here."
yeah, the first one I let them take to the nursery because I was so scared I was going to do something wrong.
Right.
And they would bring her to me every time she needed me. But yeah, the second one, I'm like, nope, she's staying in this room.
Yep.
You'll have to come see us.
We know what we're doing.
Make an appointment.
So let me ask you. You said you knew what you would. You said you know what you were doing the second time. Was there any doubt before Avery was born that how am I going to handle two?
It was how I was going to handle 2 and go to work, or how I was going to handle 2. We didn't have a house yet, and we were living in that condo.
Hmm.
It was more like the
Because we didn't
stress
have another
of the
bedroom.
living and working situation.
Right.
Because I wanted to be settled in a house. And we did eventually get the house. I forget how old she was, but
She was
I
not
had
even a year old yet
the
because
first baby in March, and I saved up enough sick days to take the next couple months and a few weeks off.
right.
So I was looking forward to a nice maternity leave there, but the second baby was November.
Hmm.
Yeah. And
You had to go
I
back
had
in like
C-section, so
April.
I no, November I had to go back right after Christmas. It was like January and
Hmm.
I'm back. So it made
Right.
Christmas depressing
Yes.
because like now I'm leaving too.
So I think most
I
of
had
your
you. I had my I guess I wouldn't call you a psalm. You're
no
a
a
Sapham.
sad stay-at-home dad.
Oh, I went with father.
Oh,
Yep.
father,
Oh wait,
stay-at-home dad,
trophy husband.
trophy
You
husband.
was you were a Sath, a
I did.
stay-at-home trophy
Well, I mean, I don't
husband.
want to toot the old horn here, but I did the same thing a stay-at-home dad would do, except I also worked. So I worked when everybody in the world was sleeping. I was working, and then during the day, I took care of my kids. So when did I sleep? I didn't.
You napped with them or beside them.
Yeah, and if you looked at my phone, I had like 5, 6, 7 alarms set.
Yes, but remember you have different hours.
I did.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you have different hours, so you could catch up on the weekends,
Yeah.
but it was
I wouldn't call it
dangerous
catch
for
up.
you too. Well,
I
I
would,
was home on the weekends.
yeah, but I wouldn't call it catching up. I would call it surviving. So
Yeah, it was a
I think
survival
most
mode.
of your depression after the babies were born was guilt about
No,
leaving them.
the first one was definitely postpartum. I absolutely had that.
Hmm.
Yeah.
But some of the things you said, it was no, I'm going to throw this kid down the staircase. I'm sick of this crying.
No, but I cried with her
Hmm.
because you feel depleted. That
Yes.
was the word. But I think I can't, I don't haven't not watched the trial, but
Either have I
maybe
really.
there's something like checking mental health before the babies too. Maybe there's things
Yeah.
there.
I mean, I try not to pay too much attention because I just think it's stupid. I don't know who's getting served, what
I
justice
think
is
they
getting
want to
served
make
here.
sure too.
I
The
what
way
they're
it was
trying to
described
what
is
they're
that
trying to say is that she was over medicated. So she had been in therapy since the first child, and she had 3. So they kept putting her on
like boom,
stuff, and
boom, boom.
she
Yeah,
was
that's hard.
bipolar, she was schizophrenic.
Oh,
So
she really had those diagnoses?
she had the diagnoses, but I mean, you never know. You don't know.
Wow. Yeah.
So
They
do you?
probably want to make sure too she's safe in the community though. They can't
I
have
don't
her
know.
be
I
harm
mean,
to anyone
I'm no
else and
therapist, but
herself again.
do you when someone is in charge of precious lives like that, and she was a stay-at-home mom. The guy worked, and so she saw therapists all the time. She's never without a therapist, but she was on a lot of medication.
Hmm.
And then one day she just snapped. Apparently, I mean, and like I said, I'm not trying to use
Yeah, this is very
this trial. I'm
somber
not trying to use
from a
this
Catholic.
trial as a clickbait, but I just it made me think of when the girls were born and like, I didn't really know. I was 32, 33. I was probably still a 12-year-old as an emotional
Yeah.
support person.
But if you look at like the women that choose to have children, and if they end up with a little postpartum or a lot, then you don't really recover. I guess eventually it starts to be the norm, the way you're feeling. But then, like, later on, as I'm empty nesting, now I'm approaching menopause. I'm not menopausal yet, but now they're offering me more meds.
Hmm.
They're not really listening to me. They're saying, "You're getting to that age. Do you want to try some HRT? We have some meds for you."
Yeah.
And I have been asked 3 times now, 2 different doctors. So I always said, no, I'm going to try working out, and I'm going to do sunlight, and I'm going to go walking, and I don't know if I'm that full tank, but yeah, they want to push that on you, but I think
Yeah.
sometimes you need it.
Yeah, I
I'm
guess
just scared of it because I have to go to work
for me,
and thrive there.
my therapy, I'm obviously I'm in therapy. Been for a while, but my therapist has suggested medication just a couple times. Doesn't, hasn't really pushed it. But my answer is the same. It's whatever I'm gonna take. It's temporary, and then what happens when I come down from it? You know what I mean?
Mhm.
And I'm not too worried about side effects, but I mean, why? Why if it artificially happy for an hour and a half?
So they know you're safe
But I've never been.
and you can be productive at work and get sleep.
I don't want to be productive at work anymore, to be honest with you. So I mean, this goes into a deeper discussion, which we're not going to have right now. It's
We
the
totally
over
get both
medication,
sides.
the over medication of Americans. And I don't even know if it's just this country, but this is why people listen to the effing horse shit that spews out of RFK Jr.'s mouth. And this is one of the reasons why people listen to him, because there's a point where we are getting drugs pushed on us a lot. I didn't want to take
we need it sometimes, though.
Well, I definitely
I mean,
do.
I have all my spine things.
Right.
Being an athlete, I ruined my spine. It's a lot of wear and tear.
Yeah.
And they offered me pain relaxers, but the pain relaxers I took gladly. Yes, get me out of pain, but they make you drowsy.
And you can't
And
drive.
what if I can't drive in the morning or take care of the kids
Right.
or my job?
If you go to
they're
bed,
sitting in a bottle.
Right.
I'm afraid
Make sure you know where they are in case I need them.
to fall asleep before we-
So if you go to bed and you're tossing and turning and you wake up, it's 12:30 a.m. and you have to wake up at 6, and you pop one of these things, you really shouldn't be
Well,
driving
that's why I
at 6
reached
in the
for
morning.
an ice pack instead.
So
or
that's
you
why.
walk and do steps or whatever.
Yeah. So that's we're not going to get into that. It's just something that I thought about. Thought about when I heard this trial, and I thought about how you dealt with the babies and how I don't think I was a partner at all when it came to that. I don't think we talked about that at all, except the guilt.
we had
All I
different
remember is
schedules.
the guilt that you felt going back to school and leaving them
Yeah.
with me. And so that's why I wanted to bring it up. Obviously, I wasn't trying to get clickbait, as they say in the biz. In the business, baby, you gotta learn the biz. You know what I'm saying? Gotta learn the business. So we'll end that here, and we'll try to be more current and more punctual next time. So remember, everyone, maybe we'll have an update on the New York thing with, and then Sherry will be closer to going back to school, and everything will be just a freaking disaster, as it always is, because at every waking moment you worry about everything, no matter what it is: your kids, your job, your health, someone else's health. You had a lot of that this week.
I sure did.
So thanks for listening again. 2,500 listens or views on YouTube. Thanks a lot, guys. Remember, still only have 32 subscribers. Subscribe, please. We'll talk to you next time. And I guess that's it. Say bye.
Bye.